and I guess we're live. We're live from a solo lonely panic room. But we do have Super Punch out, and I think that's gonna be fun. You know what I mean? But that glares something though. Legendary Gaming, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, I'm just happy to be out. Happy to be out. There was a band jamming earlier, and sounded great. But it would have been too loud. And man, me and Art, man, we pout like I had everything all set up. I was gonna live stream and the band playing in the background a little bit, but then me and Art got playing like Double Dragon on this, and man, guess what happened? We like beat a level, then we beat a level, then we beat a level, then we beat a level. We were beating levels, and by the end of it, I'm like blocking, right, and when you block, you grab their arms, and then kickity boom, just at will double dragoning. That's the thing. Like after this level and that level and this level, I wasn't just butt mashing. I was like Cobra Kaiing, like an extension of my body, double dragoning. Like that happened. Johnny, hey man, where's Sam here? Uh that's the only one that's missing, but I've got a lot of like patches and this and that, and Johnny, you sent me a lot of patches, and I got them all ready. Like all these patches I've got over like the last year or so, it's gonna go on this vest. I'm gonna get it all set up, send it away, and not send it away, but send it to my seamstress, and I'm gonna have a cool ass fucking patched up vest out of it. You know what I mean? But how many patches has Johnny sent? Quite a few. Quite man. Quite a few. I'm pretty sure it was yeah, it was Johnny. Like a I don't know, like a fistful of superhero patches. Like that was a thing. Where's my phone? Let me see if I can show you like what I have so far. And so far, plus a little couple add-ons is probably gonna be itish. You know what I mean? Let me flip this. Get a good look. Multiple Ninja Turtles, all those superheroes. That man, that Grateful Dead's big. You know what I mean? We're gonna put that in a prime spot. But I have a back piece. I have a back piece all figured out where it's like, from The Simpsons, like Hans Moleman. Got like a pretty sure I have a Deadpool t-shirt or flag or something like that. Get a piece, boom. And I almost, like, dare I say, want to cut up one of my hats. Well, I have a dirty white one, and or I have one that I sat on that I fucking crumpled beyond uncrumpling. I almost want to just cut this out, and that would be a patch. That would be a patch. Then I have another hat, like the Stomp Down Killer one that got smushed bad too in transport, an oldie, and it's gonna cut that out. That's a patch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to patch every, like, fill it up. Here are the patches, but at the same time, I think I need more. On the picture there, I had if not fuck around with my connection tonight. Maybe it's because it was in my back pocket and I'm moving around. You know what I mean? Like a satellite likes to stay still a little bit. But yeah, Johnny, don't take offense to this, but some of those patches are cool as fuck. Of course, they're all of them are cool as fuck, but some of them are lesser of cool as fuck. And if it just so happens, then the deal's got to be right. If I could trade one of those superhero ones for a locally banned one, and it works out, like some I would never part with. Like you have what? You have Hydra and Shield. I'm kind of a little bit more of a Hydra guy. So you know, if I come across a fella that's like, I like Shield, that patches up for trades. If not, it's gonna go on. And what's the other one? Like a Fantastic Four. Like a Fantastic Four, I could do without. Just because, man, I find Fantastic Four a little kiddie. It's like as far as the Marvel universe, like Fantastic Four is kind of like fucking. My kids read that. It's just like a stretchy man and a girl that goes invisible. Like, not that cool. Not that cool. Not really that destructive. You're not swinging swords around. It's kind of weak. It's kind of weak. But I don't know. Like some of these young kids that grew up with I don't know the new Fantastic Four movies or those are great. I love like Michael B. Jordan. Um, it might be a trade. It's going on the jacket. Like you know what I mean. It's going on the vest. Like either these are up for trades and it's not up for not being on. Like you know what I mean. Like it's going on unless something cool or local comes around where like pop 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 like you know what I mean and realistically Johnny and I know you would appreciate this and I know you said I could do it with it as I will but I know you can appreciate this if a fella wants to have like a Fantastic Four or a Shield like let not be me in the way like you know what I mean let a fella wants what a heart wants what the fella wants with his heart you know um and that's all to be said about that, really, right? Do you like Jessica Alba in Fantastic Four? It was cast great in the sense that she was like I don't know, a hit actress at the time, a little eye candy for the movie, but the movie was not the greatest of movies, right? As a whole of movies. And let me just hit start on this, and I've been killing. I knocked him out early. Like I don't know if it doesn't save. Like obviously, like Dead Poop's number one. You guys don't see that the glares there, but Dead Poop's number one, and I record KO'd him number two spot. And then it gets hard. Yeah, the Fantastic movies did stuff. Oh, you fucker! I I forget how to block the bottom. I forgot how to block the bottom, and that's my fault. Maybe I'll just pause this and think about how man how do I block the bottom because I was doing the pop out and then I did watch Squid Game and dude man dude you really almost lost me like 10 minutes in 15 minutes in 20 minutes in I'm like what is this like almost like first episode in, I'm like, these guys are playing a gag on me. Like Squid Game is fucking stupid. Eh, it's fucking not subtitle, but it's like dubbed, and then eventually it's like, man, by the end of episode one, it's like Squid Game's kind of like different. Episode two, and it was like that, like had to finish in a sitting type of show. Um, I still like you guys were praising it, praising it, praising it. Yeah, it was great. I'm happy I watched it, but it's the best show of the year. The year's like three quarters done, man. There's been some great shows. Like, it was good. It was good. Possibly like under borderline. I don't great. Maybe I'll give you that. Maybe under borderline great. It was good. It was good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was good. Like, I'm happy I watched it. It was good. But you know what I mean? It's not Mayans. It's not the it's not the new season of Animal Kingdoms. It's not that. Yeah, like, it's good. Well, the best of this year. It's good, very good. Panda, Panda's in the he's Zeus. Gaming stream, hell yeah. And I forgot the rhythm, and then I was like, just got fuss, and then I paused it. But yeah, just a little super punch out right now. Um, second circuit in, second championship in. But yeah, it's a modded Super Nintendo emulator, like the one, like Super Nintendo brand. And then I modded it and added, I don't know, 50 other games on it. But I find some of the games, man, like it's like the timing's off. The timing's great on this because this is the original game, but some of it the timing's off, dude. What are your thoughts on the Squid Game? Yeah, I guess I just said it. I guess I just said it. Some bad accents, some bad Asiatic acting, like, oh, miso, me so scared right now, miso, old lady, miso, that specific one lady that fucking bang that tattoo neck guy in the bathroom. Spoiler alert, I guess. Um, her acting was like over the top, like Asian acting, like you know how they do, like you know what I mean. You know how they do. I think the second episode of Squid Game was the worst. I don't know. I've the second, the third, the fourth, like it grew on me. What was the best year TV show, best show of the year? I don't know. That would take so much power and, and thought about it, and then I'd be like changing my mind like all the way through the night. But I don't know, man. Like the best show, does it have to be a new show? Like because man, I look forward for Animal Kingdom's new episode. I look forward to. I like Gold Rush, but I'll watch Gold Rush in like 10 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck this bullshit. Fuck you, Tony Beats. I don't give a fuck about your fucking family and shit. Skippity doo, skippity doo. Um, yeah, but I watch a lot. I don't watch a lot of shows, and sometimes I watch shows and I skippity doo a lot. Like, let me skip through like shit I don't want to fucking hear. Like in a fucking like I don't know, like a TV show. Whenever it's I'm having a surprise, a sub story about the background, so there's not action. There's no action going on. It's like this is like a dull moment. Skippity doo, like you know what I mean? Skippity doo, right? Let me fucking try to get caught up here. I don't want people I know will like it to get spoiled by the internet. So tell them to see it soon. And that's true. Like I saw a couple fucking TikToks and videos, and I was like, what? Like I specifically remember them, and I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? And then I watched Squid Game, and then I was like, Bob, yeah, that made sense. That made sense. The video I saw, like, you know what I mean? Like people are making, I don't know, memes, funny videos, using some clips. Um, Deadpool, who's the worst character of X-Men in your opinion? Like in the comic book or in the movies? Like, cause I find fucking Gambit kind of weak. Like, Gambit's like, just a little fucking glow in the dark fucking playing card getting thrown at you. And what else? A fucking wooden stick? A fucking wooden stick? And then, oh yeah, let me make a little bit more of a big bang with my little fucking poker playing cards, where he has to go like, like almost like sure you can, but it's gotta build it up. And by then, wouldn't someone just like fucking shoot him or cut him? Like, wow, sure, but booms, just boom, and then Gambit's just fucking dead. Because you know what I mean, it's not like Wolverine regeneration. I don't think he could like take. I don't think he could take the gunshot wound. Like, you know what I mean, like fucking Gambit. He's playing poker real good, and then also throwing like, I don't know, glow in the dark cards at people. And that's the worst X Men. Is Super Metroid on that thing Yoshi Island? Yes, both. Both are 100%. Both are. Yeah, some of those modded games are whack. No, 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 no. Like it's a real Super Nintendo, and I went on the fucking interwebs, and I was like, is there anything? And then I plugged it into my computer, and I managed to add like an emulator and extra games on the existing memory that it had. Like, you know what I mean? It's only like I don't know 50 extra games, like something like that. But they're all like that. That's what I mean. They're all like legit, like good Super Nintendo games. Like I'm not fucking lawnmower grass cutter man or and fucking ping pong and his brother ding dong. Like you know what I mean. Like these are legit titles, legit good ones. That one lady is very polarizing. People love her or hate her. Yeah, that like over dramatic lady. I'm glad I watched it before any spoilers. Most stuff I wait too long. Man, I'm on Netflix. I don't know, looking for something for bedtime. Look for something to fucking. Well, let me listen to a documentary or let me fucking half-ass watch a show and fall asleep. And that Squid Game fucking was on there for a little bit, and it's like, man, that's what number 4 on most popular on the list. And I don't know. I had no by the cover of the thing. I didn't even have the interest to hit more info. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even hit more info on that. I was like, hard pass, not even look into it. And then I watched it and it was like, it was okay. It was good. It was good. You know? Did you need the yeah, Johnny, I did see. I'm caught up on the what if. And that was a good one. And for some reason I didn't like the Thor one last week. I don't know, they made fucking Thor all like, "Hey, this is Thor." I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of last week's episode, but yeah, but this week's was good. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, exactly. Legendary Gaming. You're right. The this week's was better than last, but so far, I want to say the zombie one was my favorite. And there's another one that caught me off guard too. That was good. But anyways, the zombie one was the best. Uh, thanks to thanks to you, Johnny. I think you got me, Deadpoop, and Marco to watch it. and it was good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I power watched it. Like, I like after the episode was done, like I had to start the other one. Like, it's it took over my Sunday. It took over my Sunday. Green Hood, Tater for Deadpool. What would everyone's what would be everyone's superpower? Well, Green Hood, let's give him like just throwing arrows. Tater, he's just like, I don't know, a smart evil villain, but hopefully like he's on the good side. We'll never know. Like a fucking was a chaotic neutral. Ferg just like Hulk. Me, I don't know. I'm unpredictable, almost like a reverse Batman. Um, and that's about it, I guess. I know Philip pressured Marco too. So yeah, this went right through the right through everyone. Like everyone must watch Squid Game. Coob, yeah, Coob, you'd be disappointed if you saw my fucking efforts. Like I almost had a brain fart. I'm fighting. What was it the piston guy or like the first guy off the second circuit, and he starts doing the flurries where I'm supposed to block up and down, block up and down. But I haven't played in so long. It's like I'm blocking up. What's down? Like press nothing or press down. Anyways, I'll be back in a moment. I gotta fucking hit the piston. The piston problems. Yeah, so I pretty much paused it out of fucking embarrassment. I was like, man, I think I even got knocked down. I kind of paused it and regrouped. And I don't know if you guys can hear me. So I guess I'll just talk louder and assume. Nothing. Yeah, but cool. If you're still there, it's a Nintendo emulator with a few extra added games to it. Um, have you talked to the Green Hood recently? I talked to the Green Hood like I wouldn't say on a daily, but on a 5 weeklies. Last must see thing for me was the Joker. Man, okay, first off, let's let's not tiptoe. Oh, we're talking about TV shows, talk about movies. Let's get the elephant out of the room. Isn't tomorrow Venom 2? There must be carnage. And also, isn't tomorrow uh, the release of the Saints of Newark's the Sopranos prequels movie? Like, man, this is like a great time to be alive. Get your papers, get your vaccines, get your masks, and we going to the movie theater. And speaking of Green Hood, he's my movie date. Every time I want to go see like a superhero movie or something like that my kids or the wife wouldn't be want to go to, which is like every superhero movie. Green Hood's my date. Like we go. Like you know what I mean? We go and like man, he has the movie cards. So man, we've gone so many times that I've accumulated points for him because he's like, "Oh, you're right, get the points on my card," and it's so much that he's like, "I got this. I got the free enough points on my card," and he pays for me to get in sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? If I saw Joker recently, it was great. Man, snoozing on that one, Panda. Joker was amazing, dude. Great acting by fucking Joaquin Phoenix. And man, I get a kick out of that guy in the sense that in his movie career, he has played like some tough guys, firemen, like a in a Gladiator is the Joker, like, and he's got a broken chicken wing as a shoulder, and the camera's always like good to him, and they try not to fucking show much of it, but he's like a broken wing fucking shoulder, fucking broken chicken wing shoulder, and it's like. And Joker, okay, maybe that is your background. Oh yeah, I got a broken shoulder. Blah, blah. But let's say when he was like, I don't know, what was he in like? No, he wasn't in Backdraft, or he was in a firing movie where he was a fireman, and it's like your shoulder's a chicken wing. Like, can you carry a fucking full big adult on your shoulders like firemen carry? Like, I don't think so. But he played one on TV like he could. Like, you know what I mean? Like he played up his shoulder. What a great actor! Such a great actor that he acted his shoulder better than what his shoulder is. And who can shoulder act like that? We're not talking about crying about a fucking sad dog on the spot. We're talking about a shoulder looking stronger than it is because it's chicken winged. You know what I mean? Joaquin Phoenix. What a great actor. A thespian, even. Um, the last TV show where I had to watch the next episode like Squid Game was probably Game of Thrones. And man, I'll be the first to admit to you, I snoozed. I snoozed on the Game of Thrones. And man, I like axes. I like sorcery. I like the medieval ages. So I was like season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4. Found something different. So I tapered off, and then I jumped back in last season and the before last season. Boom. You know what I mean? But I had the perfect watching partner. Uh, that's when I was working at the fucking group home, and the my work partner, she was like, filling me in anytime I had a question, even when I didn't have a question. She was like narrating the whole episodes of every episodes for the last 2 seasons. Like she was getting me extra caught up. Like she was like, "Oh, hold door." That you know what I mean? You heard that means like someone he was screaming, "Hold the door!" Like and then he like I don't know elliptical left attack. It's like, "Oh, door, the door, door." You know what I mean? She filled me in, and I don't know. I felt caught up. I felt caught up. I hear you loud and clear. Oh, that was from the bathroom. So you guys did hear me talk. All right, cool, 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 cool. Perfect then. That's perfect then. I can't believe you waited this long to see Joker. Exactly, Johnny. That's what I was saying. It's great. Actually, bought the Blu-ray disc. You want to know how many Blu-rays I own? I own zero because I've never owned a Blu-ray player. Except for I guess my Xbox One. I guess that Blu-rays. But yeah, fuck a Blu-ray. Like you know what I mean? Like I grew up on like a fucking fuzzy antenna TV. Anything looks good, really. If you see what's happening, like man, I watch scrambled porn where the whole fucking thing's like, stop for a second. I was like, is that a titty? Is that a titty? But the best of it is you could still hear it. So you're hearing like the and then like, wow, is that a titty? Wow, is that a pussy? Wow, yeah, is that a butt? But you can hear the yeah, so you know what I mean. So as a young teenage boy that had barely the Sears catalog to fuddle around with, when you got into those deep pay-per-view channels that you didn't have a subscriptions to, That's what it did. It went all like fucking scrambled, but you could still hear it, and that was enough. That was enough. You know what I mean? That was enough. That was like I don't know, like before the internet. I slept on Game of Thrones for the first 3 seasons. What? And then you jumped in on four? That's a weird one to jump in on. Real talk, I haven't been to one of those fancy movie theaters with the reclining seats and stuff yet. I've been just to the basic, and even the basic one, I don't go a lot. And Greenwood would be like if Greenwood was here and we talked about it. Greenwood would tell you I've pinned out on him a lot of times where it's like, oh man, Deadpool, we have a fucking movie date. We're gonna see this movie together. And then I come across a watchable cam because their schedules don't line up where it's like, man, this movie's been out for like 4 days. I've been and I find like a reasonable cam or like a good version. I'll watch it without you, Greenwood. And I've done that. And he's hated me for it. And I've had to like apologize and shit like that. I'm like, oh, sorry, dude. Like, you know me, I just couldn't couldn't help myself. I just had to. It's this is Marvel, right? But most of the times we do go together. Many Saints of Newark. Yeah. I did start watching the Britney Spears one, and then about halfway through, and man, I love Britney Spears. Like, man, I got a fucking text from a buddy that's like, man, you're snoozing on Britney Spears Instagram right now. Britney Spears Instagram, she is naked with stickers on her privates. Like not stickers, but like add on like small, barely covering. I saw her areolas, her mammal areolas, like the outer layer, like the outer crust of her fucking nipples, her mammal areolas. And I screenshotted the shit out of that. And I got a text telling me, giving me the heads up that she did this. That's how much I love Britney. That's how much we love Britney. You know what I mean? If he's not fucking clicking like, and there's not more than a like, but the like is a heart on Instagram on Britney Spears pictures. If I come across, he's clicked on it first. Sometimes I'm first, but rarely. And then he'll add, "I love you, Britney," like to most of them. Sometimes I'm first. Da, da, da. It's a Britney thing. It's a Britney thing. Like you know what I mean? Like it's Britney, bitch. So yeah, back to the documentary. So yeah, I started it, and then I'm starting to like, it's like late at night, and I want to listen to it more than watch it. And Britney has to be watched. Like Britney has to be watched. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me put something else on. Let me put a podcast to fall asleep. Pause it halfway through, so I'm halfway through, but I'm giving this thing my full attention. Britney deserves like this deserves like me like paying full attention. Like you know what I mean? Like uh there's a New York Times Britney doc on Hulu too. There you go. Britney making the fucking rounds of her freedom. And on Instagram, man, she is showing body big time. I know that the poop heads love Spears. Fuck yeah. Britney Spears for life. For life and for love and for a lot of things. Like a lot of things I could do with her. Like if I were to sit back, think about the things I would do with Britney, the list would be long. And some of them would be mundane. Some of them would be mundane just to enjoy. but some of them would definitely be sexual. You know what I mean? But some would be mundane. It's like, oh, let me make some chicken fingers and fries with Britney Spears this afternoon, or make a Nashville deep fry of some chicken fingers. You know what I mean? I'll do it her way. Like, you know what I mean? We don't have to use a microwave. Yeah, Joaquin is a real pro. Yeah, he is great. He's a great actor. Like, he can act his flaws away pretty much. Um, Panda, those theaters are awesome. Booze, good restaurants, quality food. I've never been to a fancy. Like, our theaters are like basic, like a seat and you buy the popcorn. Is there's one here? If you use your phone, they boot you so no assholes are around. The last thing I noticed about COVID around here at the movie theaters was it's not a free for all seating anymore, where you have to actually like pre-book your seats. Let me actually pick and find my seat and sit where I'm seating. Um, that's different from COVID, and obviously that means they don't fill the place, right? Johnny, did you hear they want to make a Gladiator too? Hopefully, it's not with fucking Russell Crowe, man. That guy is a fucking. And I'm not here to body shame a fella, but he's not Gladiator shape. Let's just leave it at that. So I'm not like, cause I'm a thick boy. Like, hey, what am I gonna like? Wow, well, look at this fucking thick boy. That should be a fit boy. No, I'll leave it alone. Russell Crowe. If the movie is planned for in a few years, well, maybe he can do it. But right now, he's liking fried chicken. Oh, and I mean, here I am saying, here I'm not gonna do it, and I just got what doing it. Fucking Russell Crowe though, he's an actor. He's a thespian as well. He's a deep fucking scissoring thespian as well. Um, is Aquaman I saw Aquaman in one of those theaters, big comfy recliner chairs with a beer. I've never had booze, and man, New Brunswick is weak on booze. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Quebec is a little bit more lenient on booze. I don't think they're that lenient to have it in a movie theater. I don't think they're that lenient. But let's sum it up as a U.S. thing. Like, the U.S. will make a fucking not a bar out of anything, but a fucking something cool out of something fucking cooler. You know what I mean? And we have weird fucking laws and regulations, and maybe you shouldn't have firearms in your house, and oh, why'd you register this? And fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. And I'm pretty sure back then they didn't give a fuck because of 1978. God damn them all. You know what I mean? I didn't watch Aquaman because the trailer made the CGI look terrible. Aquaman wasn't bad. There's a few scenes in Aquaman where I was like, "But this is good." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could see this being written in a comic book. Good. And the rest was just, I don't know, Aquaman. But yeah, I typically have to watch the stuff twice, really. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'll like half watch it, not pay attention. And if that caught my attention, the second time around, I'll pay more attention. You know? Did you watch Breaking Bad twice, Panda? I've watched it once, and I'm almost ready to start the marathon again. What did I do that with? I did that with the fucking Sons of Anarchy. Like, you know what I mean? I watched Sons of Anarchy when it was coming out. Let me wait for the new episode. Big long break up until now. And then I watched I don't know, like 4 or 5 seasons of it in a couple months, like you know what I mean, a couple months type of deal. Like I made that my rewatch show, and man, I liked it. And also skip it do like you know what I mean, like you've already what you know what's coming up, so eh, skippity skippity skip, and you can power watch like a season in no time, you know. Uh, The Witcher season 2. What did I saw? Oh, Ozarks. What is it? Ozarks 4 coming out soon. Ozarks. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't mind that show. Uh, the Better Call Saul was great. Like I wonder if that's gonna restart again. If Amber Heard and Aquaman 2 may skip, she's not. Yeah, I've seen The Witcher 2. Team Johnny. Team Johnny. Okay. Okay, man, am I behind? Cause now I don't know. You guys say should I just skip the current or just keep reading? But if what I'm reading here, Panda Bear, like where I'm at reading, I don't know how much more there is, but he's talking about the infomercials at 2 a.m. and that's me a long time ago talking about the phone. And I remember those are like, pick up the phone. I'm all alone. Hey, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue? I'm all alone. Ooh, ooh, back pose. Look back. Ooh. Um, yeah. So if he's referring to that, then I'm way behind. Uh, Girls Gone Wild. It's a classic. Fuck yeah. Knowingly filming underage girls and shit. Oh, the Girls Gone Wild. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, some of that was greasy. Remember bum fights? We should almost put bum fights on the fucking screen here. Or would that be a thing? Yeah, I could like let's put bum fights on the screen one of these days. Watch it together. Like find the old school, old school. Um, I like sitting in the middle of the theater. I don't care if I'm close or far. Um, Come to find out, man, where you sit when you have the 3D glasses is a big deal. First time is 3D glasses. It was kind of new, so it was a thing. The theater was packed. I sat kind of close, low, and I was like, "Yeah, it's 3Ding. It's cool." And then somebody was telling me like, "Oh man, you're an idiot. You're what down like first roses with the 3D and shit." I was like, "Yeah, well that's when we're," and they're like, "No, you gotta sit like I don't know, middle up top, not even up top, but middle-ish. Like you know, what I mean, give yourself the best seat of the house for a 3D." And man, then I did, and man, then the 3D actually 3D quite a bit. Like you know, what I mean, like what a shitty experiences for the people like in the first few rows. Know what I mean? Uh, the skip the dishes, deliver booze. There's restaurants that have booze that you can get it skipped. Technically, yeah, you could have booze skipped to you, but you're paying like bar price. Let me like bar price. Let me get bar price booze skipped to me. In 1815, took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. There you go. This is the sound of the men working on the chain out in Mississippi. Chain, you know what I mean? 10 is on HBO Max. But it's familiar. I don't know if I watched it or if I just fucking I don't know skipped it. I don't know. Breaking Bad was some great cringe, but intentionally cringe. Good writing. Breaking Bad was like great writing, very cinematic, and I found it was like sometimes it could cringe in a sense where like this scene is taking way too long. Like, oh, the old man dramatically takes a drink of his coffee cup, and he does, and then he picks up the paper, and then there's a picture. Ah, bah, 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 bah. But it was slow cinematic build-ups, and you're like, Jesus Christ, when you're watching like fucking Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. They're filming new episode. Better. Okay, cool. I tried 3D glasses on the movies Avatar, Airbender. I think I did Avatar, and I think I was in a good spot, and it was good. It was good, especially for like being such an older movie and like 3D not being around that much. Did you ever watch Scorpion versus Tarantula battle on YouTube? Nope. No, but yeah, probably. I like cool shit like that. I might have. Is it brand new? If it's a few years old, possibly, probably already watched it. Why wouldn't I have seen something like that? Uh, Good. Bob Odenkirk is a gem. Yeah, and I didn't want that to just die off like that. Because man, that is a great show. That is a great show. I was watching old Conan O'Brien clips, and Bob Odenkirk appeared. He's hilarious. He was a writer. He was actually a writer for the Conan show, and that's where he came from. He was a writer, and then he was like, "Wow, you'll never make it as an actor," and he did. What can I get for you? Diet Coke and 5 minutes of your time. Exactly. Dead poop. Has anyone ever asked you to use their new pronouns? No. No, I've never been asked or told. I haven't come across too many not he's or she's. Uh, I'm pretty sure Ferg's non-binary though. Um, and so I never really have to, but I don't even really have to say he's and she's. Like I can just like wait for eye contact or just say hey, get the eye contact, boom, start the sentence, starts the conversation. I don't have to he or she a bitch or it or that of it. You know what I mean? What are your pronouns? Nouns? Um, Officially or unofficially? Because I take off the man. You know what I mean? Not the man. Not man. The man or Messiah. Stuff like that. That's how I identify as like a Messiah. Like, is there any like religious like tax exempts, like something like that, or I don't know. But I think it's cool that Ferg is non-binary though. There's a lot of John. Yes, what's your pronouns? There's a lot of bug battles on YouTube. Spider versus praying mantis. I stumble upon like yeah, maybe I saw it, maybe I didn't. Like it's been presented to me via presentation, suggestion. but it's not something I look forward to. Like bugs fighting. I've never really typed that up. You know, my pronouns are fuck and off. Nature is metal. Nature is metal. Nature's heavy. Nature is hardcore. Like you know what I mean? Like oh, and then the hungry father eats the birth sacks, and then the mother fucking kills the father, and then the you know what I mean? Nature's crazy. It's heavy. Yeah. I'm starting to see pronouns and signatures on work emails, but it's very rare. Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like did I tell you about the girl that showed us her titties at the fucking iceberg one night? So we're at the iceberg, and then there's this girl like iceberg's kind of half dead, and there's like me, Ferg, and a couple other bikers with us. And this girl's like, when we come outside for a smoke, she comes outside. She's like, chappity chappity chap, yeah, yep, 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 ba 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 ba. And then she's like, I want to be a boy. And she had like tiggle bitties on her. And I was like, oh, you want to be a boy, huh? Hey, cool, man. That's that's your choice. That's cool. And then I pointed to like Ferg and like a bunch of the bikers, and I was like, if so, you're gonna get rid of your titties, right? And she's like, yeah, I gotta be a boy. I was like, well, before you get rid of them, like I'm pretty sure Ferg would want to see them. And then she like flashed her titties, and her mammillaries were the same color as the fucking mammillariums. The mammillariums and the nipples and the pampillariums were all the same color. Like and the mammillariums, them pancakes were like one flat color. It was like one big old flapjack of color, one color coded, and it was like I don't know. It was like not disturbing, but it was like almost like off-putting. It's like off-putting a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like that's a different look at lady you got there, miss. And it's not even gonna be a miss. That miss is gonna be a boy. So the titty's gonna get fixed anyways. But currently your titty's like a one color pancake with the same color as the nipple and the mammalan and the fucking pambalams of them. You know what I mean? I was like, cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, two giant areoles. Two two same color areoles, Panda. Why do you think Ferguson? No, Ferg filled out some paperwork one day, and he was like, Jessica, Ferg's a funny fella. And I just filled out some paperwork. And I was like, non-binary, because it was an option. And guess what? He's been going with it ever since. Look, you know, look, I don't know. I don't know. Committed to a check mark. He committed to a check mark. When does the new Ghostbusters movie come out? Fuck new Ghostbusters, but not fuck new Ghostbusters. That's gonna be good. But Venom and the fucking Saints of Newark comes out tomorrow. So me and fucking Green Hood are gonna either have a fucking movie date real soon, or I'm gonna have to fucking just download it when it comes out. And the thing about these Marvel movies is the beauty of it. The better the movie, the more incentive of these like computer hackers, these so and so's, these like underbelly, these dark webs, these there's gonna be a good copy soon. Like you know what I mean? Like let me scratch my neck, bite my fingernails, and not get one in the first week, In the second week of it, guess what? I'm watching something like fucking DVD quality, like VHS quality, like something good, good, like I mean, like a clean TS screener, like I mean, a cam version 3 even. You know what I mean? Because I want to watch those movies, and like I said, I grew up with like a fucking fuzzy TV antenna, where man, if you hear it, if you see it, little bit, I'll watch a shitty. I've watched cams. Great movies like Free Guy. Man, I could watch the fucking DVD quality of it right now, but guess what I did like 2, 3 weeks ago? I watched a version 2, 3 cam of it. Wow, watchable. Was it crisp? No. Watchable though. I couldn't say I helped myself. Couldn't. Innies are weird to me no matter how nice the rest is. Um I don't know if you were around Panda when I said my crazy Audi story, but in high let me quick sum it. Like in high school, this super sporty girl, like she had like an 8 pack, hardly no tits, was down at the front of her brassiere, and man, her fucking nipples were like, like a pencil eraser, like a fucking normal pencil that you would fucking write your test in, like circle the bubbles in HB2, like that around. But the thing was like this long, like this nipple would like like a pencil, like a pen through my fingertips, real long wise. Probably because her titties weren't filled with fat, because they're all like sporty, like real like no titties, sporty almost. You know. Yeah, but no, but I've never seen. Yeah, I've seen innies too, right? I've seen innies too. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess that's a silver lining of this pandemic. Good copies of movies are hitting the back alley right away. Actually, no, not really. Like lately, it's been slower. Like, man, Free Guy, I expected to have a cleaner. Like, I waited a couple weeks ago when I watched it. I waited a couple weeks to like, this one ain't good enough. This one ain't good enough. Like, okay, I'll watch this one. How many TV station did you have growing up in St. John? If you were rich and had cable, and man, when I was a kid, man, like cable was a big deal. Was a big deal. So we had the was it 3 or 4 channel rabbit ear antenna, and then if you were rich and had cable, you had 12. You know what I mean? If you were flexing with that caddy out in the fucking 3 door garage up there, you had 12 channels. But the rabbit here, we had like 3 or 4. But one, and the reason why I say 3 or 4, like to me it's 4, but to local people, Anglophones, there were 3. Because one of them was French, one of them was Radio Canada, and sometimes the Anglophones were forced to watch it because it had the Expos games on. It had the fucking Montreal Canadian games on. The number 2 pencil nipples. Legendary's heard it before. Then he's familiar with this. You know what I mean? Them long tentacle nipples. Like, you know what I mean? Weird, like, but also kind of sexy. And the crazy part is like I never even saw them because I was over top of the brazier. Like I've never even saw them. You know what I mean? I've only like felt, dreamt, and imagined. Like imagine if you're like the boy and you come across those nipples. Do you suck them, or is that like inappropriate? If a nipple's that long, do you suck them, or is that kind of like, you know what I mean? Johnny, you step in on this. Like, you know what I mean? Is this kind of like if you these nipples are this long, you're fucking going up and down on them? Like, is that like sucking on a little wiener? Like, is that the little wiener suck? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? You know? Um, I gotta scroll up. Um, I've heard about it from the poop heads, but never from you. That's me. And that was a condensed story. Like when I told the first once or twice, I probably led up to it because man, this girl was like so pretty. She had nothing to do with me, dude. Like I was her like I almost like dirty little secret. You know what I mean? Like, and I was happy to oblige. This girl was fucking hot. You know what I mean? And I was handsome, thick, and funny. You know what I mean? And that's good enough to be a secret. You know what I'm saying? uh, yeah, probably the prettiest one. Cable was a big deal when I was little too. Yeah, and Johnny remembers. So were VCRs. Man, I remember my grandma had this power antenna. She didn't have cable because, like I said, cable is a fucking for rich people. And my grandma was like medium rich, not even rich. Yeah, she was medium rich, but she wasn't like rich rich. But her antenna went like this, like you want like I think it was like 5 or 6 channels, but you want this one clear. You had this thing over top of the mantle you turn, and then next thing you know, you hear it on the roof, and this is what's going on. You hear it, and on the roof, you hear motors turning. It's a whole antenna turning. Let me get channel 5 in a little crispier, or even going from fuzzy to a channel, and this whole big fucking windmill of a fucking antenna on your roof with a motor turns. So you can have like 2 extra antenna channels, and also the ones you did have, the first 3 or 4, turn your antenna so they come in crisp. Like, you know what I mean? Because even back in the day, like, man, the 3 4 channels I'm talking about, the one from Bangor never came in crispy. Like unless you like tinfoiled your antenna or ran like extra speaker wires or connected to the something out on the roof. Uh Came in fuzzy. It was never clear, right? We had 40 channels on cable and half of them were static snow. Like something coming in though, right? It's probably because there's so much activity going around and you caught some, but some you weren't supposed to catch, but you're catching a bit of it. I mean, Kia was also a big deal when I was little too. Um, yeah, like man, like realistically, man, cable's a big deal, and man, some people like I remember like back in the day when like a dollar was like more than a dollar, even though it's still called a dollar, but now a dollar's worth less. Or like $100 cable bill just to watch TV was like not unrealistic. It's like, but I get the super channels and the this and the movies, and this is before Netflix, right? So you know what I mean. Like it was a big deal to be able to watch movies early. Like you either go to the corner store and rent them, or if you had money, you could have them on your TV. Like you know, I'm not saying earlier, but same date or soon after, right? Uh, Most of them didn't work. It's that weird. You pull them back, and yeah, like a door, like or boing, and I don't know, man. I just had that one afternoon with those nips, and honestly, it was memorable to me. Obviously, it was memorable to me. Long nips have been worked on for a while. There's a subculture of guys long nips. Their nips with clamps and weights. Yeah, I've seen some weird nip shit. Um, like just having them pierced. Like, yeah, man, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? I like fucking kissing around and like like you know what I mean, taking notice of a lady's areola. You know what I mean? I like working the areola a little bit. But if you have a piece of steel through the areola area, like my fucking farming grounds of my mouth and my like put my dick between the titties and like kiss on the nipple. If you put a piece of like metal, like stainless steel or gold, whatever, like a little bedazzle through the nipple, but that's just in the way. Like you just like it's almost like, oh man, who left your sneakers on the floor in the hallway? Like you know what I mean? Like you just left something in the way. Like well, you know, what I mean, well, once you're there, you don't say no to fucking, I don't know, a pierced nipple. But yeah, realistically, do they need to be pierced? No, you're just fucking, I don't know, leaving your, you know what I mean, you're trying to play some fucking, some knee short stick hockey sticks in the living room, like, and you leave the coffee table in the middle. You just add a coffee. No, there's shit in the way. Did they show softcore porn on regular in TV in Quebec? They showed they're a little greasier than let's say your TV, right? A little greasier, like a little bit more cleavage, a little bit of this. But when we could afford cable, like later on in life, when cable went down and like things are good, we moved to a smaller house and shit like that. There was like this channel France channel, and this is like 13 channels. No, 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 no. At this time, we're talking about 40 channels, and I'm talking about channel number 40, and it was from France. And at after midnight on Fridays, they had this thing called Blue Nuit, like Blue Night, Blue Nuit, and it was like tits, vagina. Never saw penetration. You saw fucking acting sex, but you saw titties. And that was amazing then. Like then, like short of fucking going or getting black market pornos and you're underage, and just like that was like it. Like so you, as a kid, you'd wait all night. You'd wait all like, what have a sleepover? No, not this weekend. I discovered my dick and what I can do with it. And there's fucking titties on the fucking TV after midnight. And I got a TV in my bedroom. Whoa. I'm gonna spend a few fucking weekends in there. You know what I mean? Just fucking finding your soul teaspoon at a time. She's the one with all the shit on her face. Oh, that's my wife. Did your parents let you and your brother build forts with the couch and cushions? Yeah, yeah, blankets and shit like that. Forts. I've never. These are going too quick. Just one sec. I just gotta go up a little bit. Uh, no, I've never had the head lice. My kids. Actually, I was thinking about just me. I've never had head lice, But technically, I made fun of a kid one time in school that had them, and it was a small school. Kind of not didn't ruin his rep, but didn't help it. And my kids and my wife had lice, but me, I never had it. It was in a time in my life where I, I barely washed my hair. I barely washed my hair, and I don't know if that's why they didn't like it or whatever reason, but they had lice. I didn't. Like they never liked my hair. It was like a weird like life superpower. Uh, Fun fact: that Pooh's mom was a sex ed teacher, and yeah, that is true. Sound to you men. My mom in class with my friends made me put a fucking condom on a banana. Me, my mom, and all my friends, classmates. We did that together. Did you have massive snow forts in St. John growing up? We've made we yeah. Is it a regular thing? No. If the snowbank gods so do fortunate us with the proper snow and the starter banks, the motivation banks to fucking start one, then yeah, we do. And for my kids, and yeah, it's just a fourth thing because I built some like pretty much every year for my kids. Like, you know what I mean? Build up snowbanks. Sometimes I made a roof out of plywood, like something safe. Like I would never make an igloo in a bank for the crumble. You know what I mean? That's unsafe. But I'm like a fucking black belt fucking snow forwarder. I forded. I forded. Uh, I saw soft core like that on regular TV in Paris hotel. That's in like France French, and they don't give a fuck about showing a fuck because they like the fuck. You know what I mean? Sex would probably sound pretty hot in French, to be honest. Instead of saying like English porn is like oh ooh, and French is like ooey. You know what I mean? Johnny is an anglophone. He's an anglophone that can speak French. He can speak French very well. Like he knows French. Deadpoop's hair was so nasty the lice ran away. And I almost think this was like this was like early mullet. This was like what Mel's 15, 8, 10, I don't know, 7 years ago. 7 years ago. So you know what I mean? Like the mullet's been there, but man, at that time, I like that greasy mullet where I would like bar of soap my hair every now and then, but not really. And man, the lice didn't want nothing to do with it. It was it was like man, it's almost like it's almost like God. It's almost like God and evolution. Not even God and evolution, but almost like makes sense. Where okay, if lice was really a thing for humans, that'd be horrible for humans. But picture old humans that didn't wash. Da, 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 da. And man, they didn't have lice problems. Some of them did have lice problems, but man, that was maybe the fancier ones that did wash. You know what I mean? Otherwise, wouldn't life suck? Every human's got lice? No. God has a plan for humans against lice. And that's be a little bit greasy, I think. You know? Uh Papi, tu parles de ton cul. Yeah, exactly. No sabo. Do you guys own a snowmobile? I don't have a snowmobile, but I'm like, I don't know, not well off. I don't have spare enough money for snowmobile because man, snowmobiles are pricey. They're pricey in price, but they don't have to be. Like, okay, let me break it down for you, snowmobile wise in Canada. Let me break this down for you. I could probably for $2,000 with a buddy to come and have a look and confirm that I've gotten what I think I've gotten. An old as fuck snowmobile that will run and go through the snow for $2,000. And then for me to be able to snowmobile, I'd have to pay like, I don't know, $500 for a snowmobile pass, register it, which is a few $100, put insurance on it because you need to have it registered and insured to be in the trails, and the police are there, and that's a few other $100. And then you're only going to get to drive it for like 2 months, 3, 4 months if you're lucky. You know what I mean? Like, that is multiple thousands for nothing. And then you got to think of the snowsuit. You need a special snowsuit, or else you're not even riding on cold days. And the snowsuit's like a grand. And then the helmets and snowmobiling is almost like fucking boating. Where yes, once you own the boat, that's fine and dandy, but it's gonna cost you just to be you own it. But it's gonna cost you every time you go out, even if you want to go out. Just like that fucking, you know what I mean? It's a pricey, it's a pricey pastime. It's a pricey hobby, but people love it, love it. Like man, I've seen in Miramichi, New Brunswick. Out Miramichi, New Brunswick. You go in a bar with like a fucking here. Let me even fucking show a little more. You go in a bar with a fucking nice black leather jacket, looking real good, black leather jacket, and the girls are like, cool, 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 yeah, cool. Maybe caught their interest a little bit. Same bar. Come in with this gross ass weird, like fluorescent green, like purple, snowmobile brand jacket. And the girls are like, oh my goodness, my area is getting moisture down there because of this guy's skidoo jacket. Like they'll take a skidoo jacket over a fucking leather jacket, the fucking the ladies' moistures lady parts. You know what I mean? Like some areas are fucking super snowmobile fucking, that's what they do, life snowmobile life, you know. Does Mrs. Poop like the mullet? Ah, i'd say I'd say yes and no. Like she likes it, I like it. um does she find it's a proper haircut? No, not really, but the fact that I keep the top on the sides kind of like nice and stuff like you know what I mean. It's kind of a compromise, but it's not her ideal haircut. Like the mullet does nothing for her. Like you know what I mean. Johnny Zool just spent 30K on a car. That poop just spent 30K on a car. Use your head. I didn't spend 30K on a car. I spent way more too many K on the car, and I don't. I must have talked about it. Like, did I tell you I'm resurrecting the fucking the poop de ville? The poop de ville that's been sitting. This money pit poop de ville is getting resurrected. Like the uh, the legality of the paperwork is done. As far as being able to drive this on the road, It's done. I can drive this on the road. It's done. But there's one thing. One thing. There's one thing that I'd like to fix on it to address right away, and that is going to be addressed and looked at almost right away. You know what I mean? So I'm on it. So the old fucking Poop de Ville will be, and I have winter tires. I have a brand new set of winter tires on rim, like at the ready, like side side dealed, side dealed. These like studded brand new winter tire. Well, not brand new, like couple years, like 1 year, couple years. Good winter tires on rims that fit on the car. So you know what I mean? Like this winter, I'd be like, six CD changer Bose. I don't know how like guys. I don't like to brag, but I just can't help but to wonder like how many CDs can you listen to at once in your car? Like a six CD changer Bose. Like I don't even think so. I don't even think you guys can. Like, oh, you're gonna have like six CDs player in your car with Bose? I don't think so. I don't think so. What, you're just gonna play what? Infinite MP3s? Maybe Bluetooth connect? What? Not a six CD fucking Bose. That's for damn sure. That's for goddamn shores. You know what I mean? Where are we at here? Do First Nations get break on snow? First Nations get breaks on everything. Um, they would get breaks on, I don't know, the sales tax for sure. They would still need insurance unless if they stay on reservation. Then I think they could just like buy it, own it, drive it around. But I think they would still need to register, save the tax. Insurance, I think there's tax on insurance. So, yeah, insurance. There would be a little bit. You know what I mean? And the passes are for like trail maintenance. Because we're talking about like New Brunswick is like, yes, like I said, we're hardcore into snowmobiling. Some, not me, some. Um, so there's like a big money pot involved in grooming the trails, building bridges, fixing bridges. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's why you pay for this trail. It's almost like it's like a permit to take the snowmobile highway. It's like, oh, let me pay the toll to pay the snowmobile highway. Well, guess what? It's like $500 for the year. Do you know any bush pilots up there? Nope. Nope. I know a couple pilots. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess the two pilots I know both drive small planes. I like it, when you said bush, I was thinking like a crop pilot. But these guys are small plane pilots. So yeah, technically I do. Deadpool, do you run into any Karens in Gen Pop lately? I don't think so. Nothing really stands out unless there was this lady on Douglas Avenue. We did this fucking reno on Douglas, and this lady's sitting out front, and I'm showing up, and I'm showing up like for work, like early, This bitch is already out front. And I'm like, hey, uh, how's your day going? Like, I'm just meeting this girl, this old lady for the first time. It's like, oh, good, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, cool, cool. Then she's like, the hallway smells like mold. I was like, all right, cool, 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 cool. So I go up, that's it. And then it's in the morning. I just fucking drop my tools, fucking grab an energy drink. Guess what? Guess what's the first thing I do? I'll have a fucking smoke. Okay, I mean, am I gonna fucking lift a tool or do something? No, no, I got to work. Let me have a fucking quick smoke and a fucking drink out of my energy drink. Then I'll fucking start fucking slaving away. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm back at time. And then she's like, "Did you smell that mold?" And after I was like, "Yeah," I was like fucking heavy, heavy smelling, heavy, heavy olfactory. The old olfactory was like, and like I was like, "No, not really." Like if to me in my head, I was like, I don't have to justify the smell I smell off my nose, but I was justified enough to say it's like, no, no, it wasn't moldy up there. But in my head, it was like, tell you what, old lady, you know what it does smell like? Fucking old lady. You know what I mean? Like, and then this lady's like, fucking, no, come on, look, this area, this area. Then she like, I'm having a smoke. I'm having a fucking smoke here. Just let God come over here. It's over the smell. You didn't smell the mold. Let me show you where I smell the mold. And I get there and I'm in that area. And guess what, old lady? Don't smell like mold. It smells like old lady, like a potpourri. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's probably another. Guess what, old lady? There's probably another old lady in here potpourriing or fucking like air sensey wicking fucking spraying. Like, you know what I mean? It's not mold. Like, I know what mold smells like, bitch. And this ain't mold. This is like you guys. Like, you might not, you don't smell. You like, it's almost like your nose blind to old lady smell, old lady. Because this is one of you guys. This is an old lady smell in the fucking goddamn hallway. It's not mold. Although the old fucking lady was moldy as fuck. You know, bitch was moldy. um, that poop. Any bodies pop up in the river recently? I haven't been really spending a lot of time in like watching the yard and stuff like that's never on the news and stuff like that. Um, but no, I haven't seen any. I've heard of one that went down like this summer. Like one of my neighbors like, "Bob, man, were you out there like Tuesday?" It's like, "No, no, I wasn't." I was like, "Ah," he's like, "Ah, damn." But no, I've been busy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it, I haven't really had a chance to like sit back and enjoy the deck and have a view of the river and the moonlight and stuff like that so much this year. Not that I haven't had a chance. I just guess I haven't taken the time. I've slept on a deck in the hammock a couple nights, and that was nice. But man, there's more than a couple nights in the summertime, isn't there? Um, do Mrs. Poop and the Poop kids try to dye your hair? They dye their hair often, and man, yeah, they ask, they try, but no thanks. And it's not for a never no. Like, I don't know if they had the can, and to me it's like, wow, you got that red. I would have to bleach first for that red to take, and you know what do I want, a burgundy something, or do I want like a half violet something that's like that has to go through brown? So technically, I don't really need color, but you know what I mean, like I do have grays. Like one of these days, you know what I wouldn't mind trying? Like that just for men, that Coleman, let these gray disappears. You know what I mean? Give that a try. Tom Hanks and Shelley Long and Dead Poop on Money Pit to Poop DeVille. No, I've done some math on the Poop DeVille, and I have to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like okay, Tom Hanks, like, bam, bam, bam. Like, I'm talking about Tom Hanks only 20 minutes into the movie. Yes, it's a money pit so far. 20 minutes into the movie, the floor breaks. I have to replace the floor. Da, 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 like, I'm 20 minutes into the movie. It makes sense for me to put a little bit more in before I find out. Before I confirm what I believe, but let me find out. It's gonna get a wheel bearing, possibly this, maybe not of that, maybe this and that. You know what I mean? We'll chew down the list and spit out some fat that don't need to get taken care of right away. Am I gonna be able to fucking roll a window down on my side? Maybe not in 2021. Maybe not in 2020. I'll be fucking smoking out the sunroof. I'd be smoking out the sunroof in my leather 6 CD Bose. But driver's side window? Maybe not 2021. Mazda 3. That poop should have a rainbow colored beard. Bah, for a special occasion, like you know what I wish I would have bought a lot of? That would have been like when you see that Halloween like beard hairspray. Bah, shot, just a spare hairspray, washes out in one sitting. But guess what? That night, blue, it's red. Da, da, da. Like for a special occasion, let me cha cha cha, little bit of fucking color on it. Let me rinse it off tomorrow. Perfect, right? That poop. Did you drill a hole into the poop Deville on TikTok? Yes, I did drill a hole because that back tail light was halfway full of water right up to the bulb. At first, the way it looked, I was like, oh man, looks like there's a little bit of water on the bottom. Nope, that was a reflection of the sunlight. The whole fucking thing was half full. I had to drill a hole in it. 6 CD changer would be good for a road trip in the 90s. Johnny Azul, I still own a few blank CDs. It would be good in the current. Let me make a few mixed CDs. It'd be good in the current. We can put anything we want. What do you want? We put R. Kelly. That would be current. Oh, I believe I can fly. And then some Drake. And then some fucking 6 9 and then put some metal in there. Like, you know what I mean? A little bit of everything. That mix CD. But it's limited. It's getting hard to find fucking blank CDs. That's the challenge, really. Because I remember, hey, I would go to the dollar store, and I'm pretty sure that's a hard find now. But I think it doesn't take MP3s. I'm not too sure, but I think I tried MP3s on them, and I almost want to say didn't like MP3s, where it's got to be. It's got to be a fucking burnt CD, where you only get, I don't know, what was it, 45 minutes or 90 minutes or whatever minutes, or like 20 songs, or we can't have like six MP3 CDs. That's the thing. 2007, like, technology was flawed for that, I guess. Has St. John had indoor plumbing as long as you can recall, or did it use outhouses? I lived in the country growing up, so I don't know, but I'm not that old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how old do you think I am? I was born in '81. Wouldn't wouldn't everyone that exists in the world that I know of in Canada that I would have been, like, in contact with, wouldn't every, like, contact with that I in Canada in 1981 and and newer, wouldn't we all have a toilet to flush? But yeah, I've shat in outhouses, but probably just because the fucking shitter was full, or like someone's in the toilet, the indoors. So why don't you just go shit in the woods or piss in the woods? Or, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be a thing. It was her. Her pennies smelled like mold. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like this, the smell she's almost, it could have came from. Yeah, it was her. It was probably came from her own goddamn fucking apartment. Did Trudeau send Afghan refugees to St. John yet? I don't know about Afghans. We'll probably get them because, man, we're kind-hearted out here. I guess, like, almost too kind-hearted. Because, man, we took in a lot of Syrian refugees. Like, the Syrians, we took in quite a bit of some. You know what I mean? Uh, may you may your engines stay strong. And that's the thing about drunk ramblings, and like, it's like, I'm sure, and I've said this before. I'm sometimes I'm like, I read something and I'm like, I'm sure he just fucking, right after I said something that would have made sense, would have been fucking funny as, and now, and it's not even that long. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, what, like 5 minutes later, like 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a 1 minute piss, and a couple later, I'm like, what? May your engine stay strong. Okay, and then that's what I'm talking about. It does click in. It's like he's saying, I'm thinking this is what I'm clicking, because he knows I already blew up an engine. He's like, oh, I mean, like, 1 year it's on the road. May this engine, like, fucking be the engine. May this engine be like fucking. Yeah. And see, that's what I mean. Like, takes me a while to fucking repace the steps 5 minutes late when I'm late on these comments. Does a Poop de Ville have a moonroof? It has a sunroof. I know if you want to call it a moonroof, but it's big, it's tinted, and it goes. And then I can, like, I don't know, stand up and, like, put my head through it, be like, oh man, this is great. Or because the driver's side window don't open, I'll flick my ashes through it, and it may or may not to burn the back seats. But yeah, it's kind of like a moonroof. Dead Poop, would you ever do open mic at the local St. John Comedy Club? Probably, maybe, probably not. I'd have to, and it wouldn't even do me justice. And Green Hood even said it. Like, you guys mentioned this one time before. And Green Hood, like, you know how Green Hood is? Like, I've known Green Hood for, like, ever. You know what Green Hood says to me? He's like, man, you'd suck. He says straight up, he's like, oh, man, you suck at stand. You would suck at stand up. And he's like, you're one of the funniest people I know, but I know how you're funny. You would suck at stand up. You can't. I'm funnier in the moment. Well, I guess you guys would know. You guys would know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's you and me. And yeah, like, we're hanging out and stuff like that, but there's one more person here, like a live person with me, like something to riff on, like a Tater or like a Ferg. Like, you know what I mean? I'm funnier that way than stand up. What am I gonna do? Like, plan a joke? Oh man, this one time in my garden, that was cucumber. It was like big, like Shaquille O'Neal, like a big cucumber. You know what I mean? Like, write a joke and say, and then it flops like that, and it's like, all right, well, and then you know what I mean? I don't know. I'd have to, and I do like oddly enough, I do write some. Like, you guys heard me go through my notes on my book on my phone. It's like a dear diary where sometimes I'll start a joke and half write it. You know what I mean? Like, I could maybe, if I could maybe come up with a good 5 minutes. I think that's all I would need. 5 minutes is a long time. But Green Hood said I would suck at it though. But where we at? MP3 files stolen from Napster. Holy shit, man! Fight food in the Heezies. What's up, dude? Man, we're just shooting the shit. Like, I do have a video game here that you know what I mean. If shit dulls down, or if we have to, I do have like a Super Nintendo. But I've been having a hard time just keeping up with these comments as he is. As he is. Did you ever accidentally piss on poison ivy and get rash all over your crotch? Poison ivy isn't that rampant out here. Like, I've never touched it and I've never had it. I don't even think I've ever saw it. Like, we're in fucking Canada where everything's gravy. Like, there's nothing to worry about. We don't have we don't have venomous snakes, poisonous spiders, like itchy. We don't even have itchy leaves. Like, you know what I mean? We're in fucking Canada. Like, maple. You know what we get from our leaves? Fucking syrup for your fucking pancakes. And I know it doesn't come from the leaves. I'm from Canada. Jesus Christ, I fucking helped the process. We keep getting a lot of immigrants cross the English Channel from France in boats. In Canada, we have Trudeau just inviting them in, giving them money, but more importantly, the place where a lot of them are, let's say, assigned to is actually St. John, like Syrian refugees and what, like St. John is like, it's almost like a big open hug where, yeah, Trudeau's like, yeah, well, let's be like, yeah, let's help, and let's help and put them in like St. John. I was like, and I'm cool with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not aiming to be rich. I'm happy with like lower middle class. Uh, but the abundance of just like people and no work is keeping me in this like bottom fucking class. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a sick boy. Like, it's not like I've skipped a meal. It's only 20 miles to France. That's not too far, man. Like, you like, man. Technically, dude, You ever see those fucking? They're like battery powered. It's like a fucking like a turbine motor the swimmer takes. Couldn't a swimmer just like just fresh battery, almost like fucking 20 miles with two of them? One on a spare one of those backpack bars. You know what I mean? That seems feasible, right? Unless I don't realize on how much 20 miles is into a body of water. I've seen that on the news, Fight Food. Some of those boats are super small, super surprised to make the voyage. That's what I mean. Like, let's say if you had to. Let's say if you had to. Fuck a boat, you could get caught. Let me just get a fucking little like a neon cadmium battery fucking power turbine on my fucking flip with some flippers on. Never get caught. Even put a snorkel on if you have to. Be submarine. Be a human immigrant submarine. Bobbing on the water, hoping to get a fresh new start on life. Know what I mean? I used to flick my ashes out the sunroof. The ashes would fly back and cover. Then that's what I mean. Like that sunroof is not cigarette for. Like I'll have to have like a cup or a mug, like a specific indoor ashtray in this car because of the non-driver side window open. This car is gonna have to be like a fucking dirty ashtray in the cup holder kind of car. That's the way it's gonna be. Well, but I'll smoke with all windows open. But that's what it's gonna have to be. I'd find ashes on the side of my car after I got out. Yeah, that's no big. You know what happens after that? Rain, rain, and man, this. And I don't. It's been a year. I don't know if you're quite, but this crazy paint job is painted to look dirty. Like there's paint, multiple layers of paint and paint, clear fleckle gold paint to make it look dirty. All that process to make it look dirty. So a little ash on my fucking door. The rain will get it. The windows will pick up. Yeah, my friends had that going with their cars. Do you ever see clips of Madonna at the MTV Music Awards? Would you still hit that or hang it up already? Uh, Fuck Madonna. I didn't see that clip. You know what I did see? Fucking Little Kim. Little Kim looks like fucking the leprechaun. Like she's got a big fat head with big hips, and she's short, like just like man. There's a clip floating around going viral. It's like, holy fuck, Little Kim. That is that is that is un mm, that is definitely something. Like you know what I mean? Like fill in the blank after you see the video and be a judge for yourself. When was the last time you talked to Tater? Uh I don't know, less than a week ago. It's always less than a week ago. I see Tater once a week, and it's always the same thing. It's like I catch up to him at the pool hall. I'm in the process of like getting smashed, and he's focusing on his pool game. Like you know what I mean? Like he's practicing, he's doing this. Like he's really focusing on his pool game, and just like locksmithing. Like you know what I mean? Like he focuses on something. He's focused on something. But I played a few games with him. Like and just the fact that like he I don't know plays so much to keep busy and stuff that not that I came out of retirement, But I don't normally play pool. And yeah, I played a few games with them, and fucking Ferg played a few games with them. I mean, that's how I hang out with Tate lately. Is by like see him at the pool hall and playing a couple games with him. But you can't tell me I haven't invited him out. It's like, oh man, we should do a stream and this and that. Like, yeah, I invited him a few times, and I don't know, timing, feelings, and Tater's a feelings kind of guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if he's like, I don't know, had that late afternoon nap and just in a nap zone, just like in his own head, he's like, bah. I mean, if he's not up for it, he's not up for it. That's like me. Sometimes I'm not up for it, and sometimes, well, most times when I chime in, I'm like just like I know who's gonna be here. Like, you know what I mean? It's you guys. So at the end of the day, I know I'm not like I don't know making a fool of myself to people out of the ordinary. Like, you know what I mean? It's just us. No, not. I'm saying I'm making a fool of myself. I'm just saying like perhaps, perhaps my comments are outlandish. Ooh, where the where are we at? When was the last time we talked? Can I get so cold it doesn't need anything else? Huh. Did you ever get sprayed by a skunk? No, I rarely even seen a skunk in real life. Only like 3 times. Is it true that the Irving family owns St. John like Mr. Bones owns Springfield? Yep. Legendary Gaming open a company in St. John and hire Dead Poop. I'd work for Legendary Gaming, and you know what I would do in return? Work and live my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what you're gonna have to expect? I don't know, man. When I'm there, putting in some fucking grade A effort. But man, sometimes fella might not want to be there. Fella might not want to. I don't know. Fella might not want to. Like, you know what I mean? Like life, like unless you're a fucking I don't know, a doctor or a career or a dentist or own your own business. You're just a fucking peon for a man and this. At the end of the day, and you know what comes first sometimes? Life. Life comes first sometimes. Because you know what? I'm just a fucking peon for the man. And you know what's more important? Life, family, life, health. Health, family, life. Family, health, life. Whatever you order you want to put it in. Then work. You know what I mean? Unless it's your passion. But if you're just fucking paychecking, if you're just fucking paychecking, then. And even if you're not just paychecking, unless you have a business run, then like holy shit, then you have to make sure your T's are crossed and your daughter. But if you're just a worker bee, a fucking peon, isn't it like family, health, life, work? It's maybe not like that for everyone, but for me, it is. It is because I'm YOLO. It is YOLO, and maybe that fucking pattern is not, but yeah, YOLO. Family health, Blah 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 blah. The ramblings of a man on Alpine. It's not the size of the boat; it's the motion of the ocean. And man, that should be like cross stitch framed, uh, in multiple rooms in my house. You know what I mean? Oh, and just in life, it's true. Because sometimes a little bit goes a long way, and a lot of it. Deadpool, will you be seeing the new James Bond movie in theaters? Honestly, like I hate to go hardcore on Bonds, but fuck James Bond. Not a big fan. Will watch it. No big rush. We'll watch whatever else is maybe. I'll be maybe like a year after, like maybe a year after, like no rush, months after. James Bond's is has never been like. I'm not like, oh man, when's the new golden eye, the double eye, the triple eye, the Mister No, the Octopussy, like, nope. Uh, does it rain every time after you wash your car? I don't wash my vehicles too often. Well, fun fact. Well, fun fact. I'll wash it when it's dirty, but beyond when it, like when beyond dirt being added and like highway driving with the bugs and stuff like that. It like it's St. John's a rain city. Like it rains. Like you know what I mean. So if you got little dust on, like it's gonna rain. It's not raining today. It's gonna rain like tomorrow or the next day, and that's pretty much it. Like if it's like legit, like it's like St. John's, like I don't know, the England's London. If it's not raining today, it's gonna rain tomorrow or the next day. And then it might be nice for one day or two. But if it's not raining today, it's gonna rain tomorrow or the next day. Plastic surgery gone wrong. Yeah, little Kim. Man, yeah, I don't know if you looked it up, but man, nonsensical for sure. It don't even look right. Look right. Little Kim had a little too much work. Biggie gets resurrected and doesn't recognize. Yeah, exactly. She looked weird, weird. And man, little Kim wasn't really like she was like Missy Elliott. Like you know what I mean? Like, did that move the pecker? Not really. Like you know what I mean? Like it was like Maya or fucking I don't know, Pink or something. You know what I mean? Like them ones didn't really do it. Like Lil Kim, she was okay pretty. Like Faith Evans was hotter than her. Like you know what I mean? And I don't know, Brandy, Monica. Like you know what I mean? Like Lil Kim. And then and now like a little fucking leprechaun Kim. Like anyways, it don't matter. Like she's old. She still got dance moves. She's still selling tickets. I know for a fact Panda is rich. He lives in a mansion in California. Well, man, good for Panda, dude. And yeah, probably no snowmobiling out there. There's rumors it's just a rental. Yeah, so he just rents a millionaire mansion. He doesn't own it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how much throwaway cash he has. Like, well, let me just rent this mansion. You live in a mansion in Vegas. Let me tell you about like this mansion one time. It was back when my brother, I've told you a story about my old school brother, and like I looked up to him. I looked up to him in Los Angeles because one, he's my older brother, same group of friends, but at the same time, he's my older brother, one grade up and everything. And man, he had a great high paying job real early. And then like we're all bilingual, and like back then, like once you finish school and you're bilingual, like back then, it was like, oh man, you want like an office call center job or like a inbound office job call with the phone, just to be bilingual. And it's like, and you would make good money. So there's like right after high school, it's like my brother and like fucking what was it, four other guys, like five guys. So my brother and like five buddies are chipped in together, and they're renting this like fucking mansion on a hill cliff down on the west side, right on the water. Like this thing had like a fucking like a 3 bay garage, and like I don't know how many bathrooms it had. Well, I did. Like it was had like four bathrooms. And like there's a room here, and a room here, and a room here, and a living room, and a second living room, and a basement living room, and like you know what I mean. It was like wow, like as far as like knowing partying and crashing in like a cool house, they only had the house for like not a year, like for months. That's how short life they could sustain this mansion. But man, for months, like we partied in that. It was kind of cool partying in the mansion. And when I say mansion, I just mean like a newer, big, cool house, and it wasn't a mansion, but by any St. John standards, it wasn't a mansion. It was just like young people like renting a really nice big house. That's all. 12K a month rental, man. Out here, the rentals are like crazy for our standards, but our salaries are fucking stupid low for our standards. But Johnny, re-mention if you want me to talk about the rents out here, but I can tell you a tale about what shit's going for and what's fucking happening. That's a whole rant right there. Las Vegas is cheap. Yes, sir. So that's good to know. So and that's smart. Vegas should be cheap because Vegas is run by a bunch of people that live there to work there. And if they can't afford to live there, then why would they even want to work there? You know what I mean? So that's nice to hear, dude. I like to hear it when a fucking city makes sense. And look, Johnny agrees. Dead poop. Did your meth head crackhead coworker get fired, or did he ended up quitting? He ended up quitting over like frustration. He was like working at the boss's house. He's like, and this is just what I heard. Like fucking, I don't know, secondhand story. It went down like something like this. Wow, I'm just a fucking half a fucking simpleton, and I'm just getting frustrated, and like I don't like the fact that no one wants to work with me, and I'm working at the boss's house, and let me just like have a big meltdown at the boss and yell at him and just go over the top like he does. And when he goes over the top, he's like kind of like over the top, like you know what I mean, like what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? So it's like he quits and then like brings his company tools at the wrong spot, like brings his company tools to the fucking paint store. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh man, let me yell at my boss and like drop the company tools at the paint store, like at a store, like, and they're like, well, what are you doing? It's like, oh, just the tools for like the company I work for, and then like storms out. And then I guess he tried to throw me under the bus and this and that. Anyways, tried to throw everyone under the bus, not just me. Like everyone, like wow, and you know what's evident? He was the fucking he was a fucking maroon. You know what I mean? Um, there's a YOLO country in California. Oh yeah, you ever drink Moosehead? Yeah. Uh, is that why you left the deer poop on Mrs. Poop car? The rain. Yeah, exactly. The rain would wash it away, but it did take a while. But the rain did wash it away. Missy Elliott, at least talented, but yes, no pecker moving either for her little kid. Exactly. Like it wasn't about the it was, and it's just like me. Let's say if I was an artist, boom. Hey, it's dead poop, and I rhyme about poop. That's a scoop about my poop. Yeah, double deuce, big old poops. Um, I wouldn't be selling sexy. It would be off. I don't know my talent. Like Lil Kim is talented. Like man, her stuff are great. Missy Elliott, they were talented. Their songs are great, but the sexy wasn't their thing. Just like with me, the isn't my thing. Like you know what I mean? You guys aren't here because I'm sexy. I would hope not. I would think you would hear because you enjoy my company. Like you know what I mean? They were it's not sexiness. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean, like Missy Elliott and Little Kim, and not that I'm comparing myself to Missy Elliott and Little Kim, but yeah, we're all three of us not sexy. Like that's not our thing. We're talented, aren't we? Aren't we? And that's just the thing. Moesha, Moesha, was that? Was that? Was that thick doll? Was Moesha that thick doll? I don't remember. I couldn't afford a mansion in St. John, let alone in California. Man, Panda, you can. You can, but you can't, but you still can. But man, you should, Mr. Bubble, because this is what's going on. Let me tell you. St. John is a world's craziest, cheapest market for housing. Like, man, you could buy shit like on the river in the great part of town, on the this or that, for probably what you consider not that much. And then lately, people from Ontario and other ways of the country are realizing this, and they have driven the market value of all the housings over here, where a house that would be worth, I don't know, 100,000 is being sold for like 175, and the houses were that's supposed to be worth 200,000 is being sold for like 200 and like it's 75. And it's crazy. It's like sight unseen. It's crazy. People are buying houses out here sight unseen because it's so remarkably cheap for what you're getting here. and it's driving the market up to the point where like apartment rents are going up, this or that, because it's all a bunch of people that bought it that are like fucking almost has they have no sentimental feelings attached to their investment. So for them, for us to make money for the price you bought, tick, calculator, boom, we need to increase your rent $400 to $600. That's that's an amount of money that people probably don't. If they're living there in an apartment, and not to judge people's lifestyle, you're probably living, I don't know, paycheck to paycheck. Maybe if you're lucky, you're putting a little bit aside, and that number's growing up upwards. Um, but for like a $400 to $500 increase in that month, what if you were smart enough to be able to put $500 a month aside beyond your payments and bills and your expenses? They just took that. So man, doesn't that just fuck everything up? And I'm pretty sure, and not to judge people, I'm pretty sure they didn't have the fucking 500. They were probably making it paycheck to paychecks and getting it there. It's like, oh man, I almost borrowed $20 till the next paycheck for to pay rent, da, da, da. And now the increase is like $500, three, four, $500. Fuck, that bubble's gonna have to pop. Hopefully it pops because man, it makes no sense because the salaries are the same. And man, in St. John, New Brunswick, let me just describe something to you. Our minimum wage is what, $11 an hour. That's our minimum wage. And if you're an adult, you should be making over $15 an hour. And then to be doing mediocre, you need to be making $20 an hour in St. John. Everything above that is gravy and up. Do you know what I mean? Like, and these rents are going up like ridiculous prices. Like, you know what I mean? The pay buffer to be able to afford what the anyways. This doesn't have to be the old fucking St. John fucking housing market, but it's crazy. I want to sell my house. I want to sell my house to get crazy top dollar for it. I would love to do that. I've been thinking about doing it. I have what they want. I've had realtors knocking on my door, like, man, I'm St. John, New Brunswick, on the river. St. John on the St. John River in New Brunswick, on the St. John River. Boom. 2 unit on the river. Brand new fucking deck and that. They want to buy it. It's not even for sale. And I'm like, all right, cool. If I sell it for this amount, what can I get? What can I get? Like, and then I'm looking, and me in my head, like, I know what I have, and like whatever I can sell it for, I want to move like price wise laterally, almost where like my house has been paid for like my house is my I paid off my mortgage in like 8 years, and I've lived there, I don't know, like 15. So you know what I mean? Like, I want to whatever I can sell my house to buy another house cash. Like, let it be like in the same price range, or let me keep a few bucks. Um, but I went shopping around, and man, I think for what, like, the market's tight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this one house that was like, okay, yeah, that's small. That's small. Yeah, I'm losing a whole unit. I'm going to like the world's tiniest house, cute, for 130. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's ended up selling for 150. Big old bidding war in a week. Well, sold for 150. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Deadpool, would you classify Fergie's house as a mansion? I would classify Fergie's house as a fucking bachelor's delight. Like a single man, small family, not even single man, like a couple. Like a couple no kids or a couple with one kid. Um Scenario house dream thing. It's a giant garage at the bottom. Like watch this. It's the world's most giantest garage with garage door here, giant garage door here that opens. So the whole bottom's open, and the whole upstairs is the same size as this giant garage, and it's like a the whole house is brand new, so it's like a immaculate, cool as fuck 2 bedroom apartment upstairs with 2 different bathrooms upstairs and a third one downstairs. Like it's not a mansion, but it's kind of amazing. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool as fuck. Like, for a dude, it's a giant garage and also a fucking cool apartment. And man, I'm not gonna fucking like tell you everything about his apartment, but man, there's some well thought out Fergie ideas in there, and Fergie's got a wacky mind, and they executed. Like there's some wacky shit up there built in. Know what I mean? I think Panda makes money off TikTok. Oh yeah, I don't know what are your TikToks like? Who are you? Who are you on TikTok? And I don't mean that as an insult. I'm just curious. Deadpool. Where are we at here? Deadpool. Is there any DuPonts in the government or military in Canada? No, no, definitely not. We are the DuPonts are well respected, very well respected. Uh, Blue collar, true and true workers, hard workers. On my mom's side, Levesque, uh, there was the lineage that goes to uh, some cool stuff. Nicolas Denis, Nicolas Denis, the one of the first settlers, and also in job wise, like you know what I mean, like they're all like teachers over here and like principals and like bank bank vice presidents and this and that. And on my dad's side, it's like, man, one of the greatest body mans ever. This guy's a fucking crazy good welder. This guy does roofs. This guy's a farmer. This guy's a fucking carpenter. You know what I mean? And on my mom's side, it's like teachers, bankers, and like hoity-toids, little hoity-toid, like little, little hoity-toids. You know what I mean? At a work event, Wayne Newton's house, and took a there just to say I did. You had a shit at Wayne Newton's house? That's fucking awesome. I would love to shit at a fucking famous person's house. Shit or piss. any kind of bathroom activity. If you're in a thing like, okay, even in life, you walk into like like say a stranger or new greetings or a new friend's apartment place. You're in the gen pop area, living room, kitchen area, where everyone's at. Da, da, da. And then there's that awkward moment where you're gonna have to ask, where is the bathroom? Unless you got the tour. Like, do you mind? Can I use your bathroom? Where is the bathroom? And then boom, you get to use the bathroom. And in there, if you're in a famous spot, you can have your own private moment about it and reflect. And man, dude, Wayne Newton, to some he's he's something special. Like, I know this much. Did you ever get sucker punched? Heck yeah, I got sucker punched. Every time I got punched, it was suckered. Well, no. Few times I got punched, it was suckered. Um, LAB says it's the it's best. It's like having a beer with the bros. Or hunting manton. It had like a reading overload. Yeah. Said Poop, when was the last time you chatted with LA Beast? I don't know. I missed his last couple ones. Maybe 2 weeks. Something like that. Yeah, and yeah, like you said that LAB said, it is like having beers with the bros. That's what I mean. It'd be one thing like I'd like to keep my I'd like to keep my live streams down, but man, I would like to have more views on my videos. That's why I kind of stopped. Like, I won't stop making the time to make the videos. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I haven't. Well, except what did I do? I posted a singing video or something like that, maybe on YouTube. But I haven't really like posted a video in like a month, and like it's like two things in the back of my head, like two three things in the back of my head. One, it's like, man, I'm floating around maximum fucking space on my phone, where it's like every time I have to like almost like make a video, or like it's gonna be a fucking music night or something, I have to like cha 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 cha, make room, delete stuff, move stuff around, make room to the SD card. It's a hassle. So to make a video, like I'm running out of room, and for two, man, like I know it's the algorithm. The algorithm is not on my side, but it's like, man, I can make a fucking YouTube video and get 30 views, or I can make a TikTok and, like, I don't know, at least I'll get 100. Like, at least 100 people will see it. And I do have, some TikToks. Like, I mean, we're on YouTube. Let's talk what I've been like lacking on YouTube. Do have TikToks, but I also, like, also still record like the funny life moments. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but ate half a rotten cake with my fucking paint scraper the other night, and this and that, like hot dogs in the pockets, and da da da. It's just in my head. It's like, man, it's only getting like 30 views. It's like, is, is that what's even like the content? There's the content is just like an avenue for us to hang out, like for the